Hey, welcome back to the second video in this three-part video series. My name is Francesco Iantorno, and this is the Next Gen Lifestyle video series. So thank you so much for making it back. Congratulations to actually making it to video 2. A lot of people will not will just watch the first video and never take the steps necessary to go ahead and apply this. So congrats for making it there. I've received a lot of emails from people asking for the second video, thanking me for the video. The previous video, we've had tremendous response for that, so that's awesome. I'm very excited about that. So in today's video, we're going to cover exactly how you can do the method that I talked about in the previous video and how you can apply that to your business and your life. And to do that, we're going to be doing a business called arbitrage. So I'm going to pull up a whiteboard in just a second, and I will show you guys exactly how you can do this step by step. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you this simple business that you can start today. It's a very, very simple business. Both me and my partner have both used this to make 4 to 5 figure months when we get started. So it's a great beginner business. It doesn't take any skills whatsoever. As long as you can type on a keyboard, you'll be good to go. And if you don't know how to type on a keyboard, it's very concerning. I would go see a doctor. I don't know how you even got to this video. But okay, so jokes aside. So let's get started. So this business is called arbitrage. So right here. Arbitrage. Okay, so we can break this down into 3 main components. All right, I'll make it very, very simple. There are 3 main components to this entire business model, and this can be applied to any niche, any industry. So the first part is called the buyers. Okay. Okay. So the buyers are people who are in the market to purchase something, obviously because they are buyers. Okay, so they've expressed interest in acquiring some type of good or service, and they are looking for someone to fulfill that requirement. Very simple. Okay, next there are the sellers. Let's knock the whiteboard on. Alright. Anyways, so there are these sellers now. So these sellers are people who are looking to sell something. They are selling a service or maybe a good or a service or whatever. Okay, so they are expressing interest in selling something, maybe their time, a service, and they are saying a set price for that. Okay, very simple. And then there is you. Okay, 3 components, very simple. You or you. Okay, so basically this is how the whole business model works. Okay, so here's a buyer. Let's say they're trying to buy a website because they run a company, they need a website. Okay, cool. So they are looking to pay $1,000 for this website. Okay, and you'd be surprised how many people are looking to buy things for their businesses, because there are millions of businesses, small businesses around the United States. You'd be surprised how many there are. So okay, so there's this guy wants to buy this for $1,000. Okay, and this guy over here, he wants to sell. He's selling his services for $500. Okay, so now you have this guy selling something for $1,000. This guy buying something for $1,000. This guy selling something for $500. So what do? You go to this guy, right? You say, hey, I will make a website for you for $1,000, right in your budget. I'd love to do that for you, and you accept their job. Okay, very, very easy. Then you go to this guy, and you say, hey, I need a website made. You get all the details from the buyer, and you give it to the seller, right? And they will make the website for you for $500. Okay, so there you go. So now you have a website that you can give to him for $1,000. You got it made for $500, and you pocket $500. Okay, so the beauty of this is you didn't have to code any websites. You don't even know how to have. You don't even have to know how a website works. Okay, essentially you are a broker of these services, and because the internet is such a big marketplace, you can go in, find people who need things made, right, and then go get them made for cheaper, and then pocket the difference. And that is the ultimate. That's ultimately how this works. It can be applied for any niche. So I used to do this with logos. I used to find people who need logos made. I would offer my services for $50, which is really cheap. And then I go on Fiverr. I get the logos made for $5. That's a $45 profit. And if you can do a bunch of those every week, you're golden. Okay? So that's the ultimate goal we want to help as many people achieve, is to apply this simple business model, right? It's very simple. Someone in grade school or in elementary school could do this without any, barely knowing how to use a computer. It's so simple. When I first learned about this, I got really excited because I knew it would change the whole outlook on how I viewed things in business and in general. So I hope you're starting to see how the big picture of this, and I hope you're starting to understand how this business works. Okay, so now that you understand this business model, let's go over some objections some people might have as to why they might not want to apply this to their business, or why maybe they don't want to do it. So let's do some objections. Okay, and maybe some of you are asking, hey, where do I find people and where do I find workers? Like I said, Fiverr is a great place to get people for really cheap, $5. To do work for you. Go on there, find some services, and then Craigslist is a great place to find people who need stuff done. Or you can call your local businesses. That's a very small sample size of what you can do in a very just a few of the places to actually find people who need stuff done. So there's some tips to get started today. Very cool. All right, so some objections that some people might have. So maybe some objections are people having like, hey, I don't have time to do this. Okay, I work a full-time job. I have 4 kids to take care of. I don't have time to do this. And what I'm telling you right now, that's really not a good objection, because this could take, if you spend 30 minutes a day, I know everyone has 30 minutes a day. You're spending time going on Facebook, cut that out and spend 30 minutes a day doing this, and you'll be astounded at what you can achieve with just 30 minutes a day. So ideally, it's good to spend, if you have more time, 30 minutes to an hour a day. People are spending time on Netflix, binge watching series, and you don't need to do that. You can dedicate 30 minutes to an hour, even 2 hours to doing this. Very simple business model. All you need is a PayPal account to get paid. PayPal account, you can also alternatively have them send you a check. But essentially, it's a very simple thing to get started. So if you're saying you don't have enough time, most people just say that because they are, I don't mean to be rude, but most people are lazy and they don't want to spend the time to do this. Okay, and I'm not saying, oh, I'm not lazy. Like, I used to be very lazy when I first started out. It's something to get over. It's a horrible hurdle to get over. But once you get over that, you'll be very successful. Okay, maybe the next objection is, I don't want to do this and put my money at risk because I have to buy the website. If this is an example with the website, I'd have to pay $500 up front for the website, right? And then I'd have to give it to the person who bought it for $1,000, and they have to accept it. And I don't want to risk money. Well, you can actually do this with no money down, which is a really awesome thing. You can do this with no upfront investment, because here's what you do: you take you go to the person who needs the website done, and you get half the payment up front, right? So when you get half up front, that should cover the cost. If it's not covering the cost, then you're not charging enough. Okay, so always have half up front, and that should be enough to cover the cost. That way, you're really not putting any money up front to get the jobs done. And this is especially great, I mean, when you're doing logos. If it's, you don't really have to do that, because it's, it's only $5 to get the logo made. And if that's the difference between, hey, I have to pay up front, getting the money up front versus not getting the client, I'll get the client and then you put the $5 up versus them paying you up front. If the client doesn't want to do that, it's worth keeping the client. You see what I mean? So half up front is a great way to avoid that. Okay, that's another objection a lot of people have when it comes to arbitrage. Just ask for half up front. That's what I used to do. Next is why would people want to accept my services and at a higher price? And like I said previously, the internet is such a wide, a huge marketplace that you can go in and find these niches where people need stuff done, and they're putting their ads up. And most people don't know about Fiverr, and they're not actively searching. They want people to come to them. So that's where you can take advantage of that almost lazy mentality. They're waiting for people to come to them, so you can go to them and offer your services. So that's a great way to do that. And those are just some objections that people might have to this entire business model. So if you have any objections, I would just say, just turn your brain off. Okay. Ultimately, it comes down to this: turn your brain off and start to apply this method, and you'll be astounded at what you can achieve just by spending 30 minutes to an hour a day acquiring different people and leads to sell to, and try to ultimately start to get this going. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. We just covered the basics of arbitrage, and you can actually go out there and apply this today and start making money. So if you enjoyed this video, which I hope you did, check out the next video. We'll actually go in more in depth on how you can take this to the next level, and how you can really supercharge this and make a lot of money with it. And that's what ultimately a lot of people want to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, one thing that you enjoyed about this video, one thing you learned, and I look forward to talking to you next video. I hope you enjoyed this, and look out for your email, like I said, for the next video. This is the last part of the video series. We cover in depth more how to take this really to the next level. We're all about next level stuff here at Nex Gen Lifestyle. So I hope you enjoyed this. I look forward to seeing this video, and I will talk to you guys soon. So have a great day. Okay? Peace.